Hey everyone, welcome. Today we're diving into a few absolutely essential Portuguese phrases. And these aren't just random words from a textbook, okay? Think of them as your secret handshake, the key to sounding like you belong, showing respect, and really connecting with people. Let's get right into it.
Okay, so picture this. You've just stepped off the plane, you're surrounded by all these new sights and sounds. How do you make that first conversation, that first interaction, a really good one? Well, I'll tell you, it's not about having perfect grammar. It all starts with just being polite. And we're about to cover the exact words that make all the difference.
So we're going to start with what's called primeiras palavras essenciais, basically the essential first words. These are your building blocks, the words that will help you move through your day with a bit of courtesy and a whole lot of confidence, especially when things get a little crowded. So let's jump into our first real-world scenario, navigating politely. How do you get through a packed market or squeeze onto a busy train without being rude? It all comes down to one little phrase.
And that phrase is com licença. Now, this literally means with permission, which is just perfect for when you need to, gently get past someone. Let's try the pronunciation. It's com licença. Give it a try.
So, for instance, if you're on a busy bus and your stop is coming up, a simple com licença, posso passar, is the absolute perfect and polite way to ask people to let you through. But, what happens if you accidentally bump into someone in that crowd? For that, all you need is a simple desculpa. This is your all-purpose go-to sorry. It's pronounced desculpa. And the great thing about desculpa is just how useful it is. It's not just for bumping into someone. It's also what you'd say if you're running a few minutes late to meet a friend. Desculpa pelo atraso. Sorry for the delay. Super, super handy. Okay, next up is a word that is basically pure magic in any language, and Portuguese is definitely no exception. We are talking about the incredible power of please. In Portuguese, that magic word is por favor. It's simple, it's universal, and it instantly makes anything you ask for way more polite. Let's make sure we get the pronunciation right. Por favor. And trust me, you are going to use this everywhere. Whether you're lost and asking for directions, pode me ajudar, por favor, or just ordering a coffee, tacking por favor onto the end completely changes the tone. It turns a demand into a polite request.
All right, so once somebody has helped you out, it's time to show some gratitude. This brings us to thanking someone correctly. And I gotta say, in Portuguese, this is where things get really fascinating. So get this. Unlike in English, where anyone and everyone just says thank you, in Portuguese, the word you use actually changes depending on your gender. Yep, that's because the word itself is kind of like an adjective that means oblige, so it has to agree with whoever is speaking. It's a really cool feature of the language, and it's one you'll want to get right. And the rule is actually super simple. If you're a man, you say obrigado, ending with an O, and if you're a woman, you say obrigada, ending with an A. That's it. The word literally changes based on who you are.
So, for all the men out there, your word is obrigado. The emphasis is on that second to last syllable, obrigado.
So, for example, after someone gives you directions, you'd say obrigado pela ajuda. It's simple, it's correct, and it's perfectly polite.
And for the women, your version is obrigada. It's that final ah sound that makes all the difference. The pronunciation is obrigada.
So in this situation, a woman who just received a gift would say, obrigada pelo presente. Honestly, getting this one little detail right is such a huge sign of respect. It really shows you've put in the effort. But of course, what do you say when someone thanks you? The standard friendly reply is de nada. It literally translates to of nothing, which is a lot like how we say it was nothing. Let's try it. De nada. Okay, we've covered the most important phrases for being polite. So, are you ready to put them into practice? Let's run through a couple of quick scenarios just to help lock it all in.
First one, a friendly stranger just helped you with directions. If you are a woman, what do you say? Think back to that gender rule we just talked about.
That's it. Obrigada, with that ah at the end. Perfect. You're already sounding like a natural.
All right, scenario number 2. Remember that crowded train? You need to get to the door because it's your stop. What's that polite phrase you're going to use? Exactly right. Com licença. It's the perfect way to politely ask for room to pass. Fantastic job.
You see, just mastering these few words, com licença, desculpa, por favor, and knowing the right way to say thank you
it can completely transform your trip. It shows you care, and it shows you want to connect. So that really only leaves one question. ¿Quer aprender mais portugués? Because with these basics, you've built an amazing foundation.